everybody, and welcome to the Sales Unscripted podcast. I am Margaret Henney.
I'm Brian Neal here.
And I almost said the wrong podcast.
You almost did, but you didn't. You caught yourself. Hey, we're glad you're here. Have you noticed, so we're in the studio, we actually have some somewhat professional lighting around. Have you noticed there's a moth in the light
100%.
over there?
I've
There's
been looking
a moth.
at it.
It's interesting, the lifespan of a moth that's caught in a really hot studio light. I wonder how much longer it's going to be in there.
It's just having a day
and it's
kind of
like, I mean, but you think about fucking heaven for a moth.
Oh, yeah.
To be stuck in with a huge ass bright white light. It's kind of a nice way to go.
It's loving it.
Right?
It's loving it.
It's awesome.
Just send you off to the next life, moth.
That's awesome. Hey, we're glad you're here. We just got out of a little planning strategy session.
We did.
For Sales Unscripted podcast for 2020. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's awesome.
I know.
Do you do that? Like, I don't do that. That's a very, like, I feel like it's an old grandparent person.
I do it. Where
you do?
you're like,
can you believe it's already 2024?
Well, no, I'm more about months. So I'm like, it's almost December. Where'd November go?
Gotcha. You
that
don't do
sort
the
of
years?
thing kind of blows me. No, I don't even pay attention to
it's
years anymore.
Like, right. Do you even know what year it is?
2023. I had to think about it for just a second, but yes.
This is totally off the script here.
That's really on brand for us. So.
Yeah. So I noticed, and I do this. I wonder if you do this.
Okay.
I saw a woman do this, and I kind of giggled, and I do this. When you bump into an inanimate object, even if it doesn't hurt, do you say ouch?
All the time.
Ouch if it doesn't even hurt.
All the time.
And I think, are we saying ouch on behalf of the chair or the stand or whatever we bump into? But why do we, like instead of saying, I mean, in Midwest we say ope. That's it. Ope. But then sometimes I'll bump into something and go, out. But it didn't really hurt.
100%.
Why do we do that?
You know what's funny is when it actually hurts, I don't say ow. I go.
Yeah, totally. You do. Totally. You breathe in through our teeth. You're like when you stub your toe, you're like,
yep.
Breathe in.
Usually
through the
some
teeth.
cussing
right, totally.
happens. You're like, God damn it.
Right.
Like Yosemite Sam sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I say that all the time. It's more like a surprise. Like,
I know. But it's funny, isn't it? I saw a woman, she bumped into something at the airport and she goes, ow. Like it hurt. I'm like, there's no way that hurt. I know it didn't because of how soft she bumped into it.
Oh my God.
No way
okay.
it hurt.
This just reminded me of one time my mom and I, we were, when I was younger, we used to go to the mall and we thought it was funny to like try on all these weird ass hats and look at ourselves in the mirror.
Yes.
So we were doing this. We almost peed our pants laughing because we saw this woman. She was like doing something and she turned around and she bumped into the mirror and she goes, "Oh, excuse me."
To the other person.
To the mirror herself. She was
I know the other person that wasn't there.
Yeah,
like,
that was not there. She's like, "Oh, excuse me." And my mom and I were like,
that is funny.
He just said excuse me to ourselves.
That is really funny.
It was pretty funny.
That is really funny. Okay. Let's see. So if you bump into an inanimate object, you don't need to say ouch. The inanimate
you don't have to say
object
sorry.
does not care.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you do get hurt and you go first, then you're in good company.
Yep, exactly.
Everybody does that. Isn't that funny? It's quirky. What?
Yep.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
when they go,
it's a Midwest thing. I don't.
Yeah.
Do other people do? They don't. Like East Coast, West Coast people, they go ope.
I don't know.
Most people don't even know what ope is when we say so Midwest people, if we bump into something like ope.
It is the most natural
It's
thing
so
in the
weird.
world, though.
Where
Like you come out of the womb saying ope. You're like,
yep. So if I bump in, like if the elevator doors, pet peeve alert.
Oh, what?
When the elevator doors open and you're waiting to get on, let the people get off
you have
the
to.
elevator before you get on the. Don't stand in the middle of the fucking door.
No, I know. I thought you were gonna say something really old that I do sometimes, where like people go like, "Come on in."
Oh, gee, you do not say that. Oh my God, you do not.
Like
you do not say that.
They're coming
you do not say, "Come on into the elevator," like you live there.
Sometimes,
like it's a nice place.
Sometimes I'm like, as if like I'm the hostess.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, there's room. Come on in. What the hell?
Oh my God, that is
know.
so you.
Isn't that so ridiculous?
You.
Talk about Midwestern.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh,
Come on into
so
the elevator.
Embarrassing.
You should get a big shirt or some sort of sign that when you go into the elevator, it's like opens up like, come on in. Yay, there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room in the elevator. Come on in. Please tell me you don't talk to people in the elevator.
It depends.
On what? On what? What does it depend on?
It depends on the vibes.
Okay, so we're in an elevator.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
you say, come on in. I'm here.
Come on in.
Feels good. Like, okay, what do you say?
Vibes are
What do you
good.
say? So I'm going to 17. I'm going up. We're on the second floor. I'm going to 17. What do you say?
Oh, you guys are on
What do you
17. Like the most this obvious of things. I'm just getting
No,
the conversation
Not
rolling.
really. I'm just waiting to see where which
Yeah,
floor you get
see
off
where
on.
we
it.
go.
Jeez,
Going to
oh,
17?
Pete. You guys on 17 then?
Got a
Okay,
nice
okay.
view?
See,
Good view?
That's good.
Yeah, okay.
Which way y'all facing? You facing
Cool.
west or you east here? You city view or park view
Actually,
here?
it's
City
usually
or park?
also more like, you guys from out of town?
You guys from out of town?
Yeah, staying in a fucking hotel. Of course they're from out of town, Margaret.
Not always.
Like, I know. Well, ooh.
There we go. Whoopsie daisy.
Saucy.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
Staycation.
So there we
right?
go. Yeah.
That's really funny. Come on
Come on
to the
in.
elevator. Welcome to Margaret's elevator.
The
God, that's
water's
funny.
fine.
I tell you, you gotta stop with that stuff.
Okay.
You
okay.
gotta stop.
I know. I can't help it.
The water's fine.
I'm just trying to be friendly.
You're not even 40 yet.
I know. Almost.
Oh my god.
All right. What are we talking about?
Sorry,
What are we talking
literally don't remember. Let me
Conferences.
think, conferences. That's right.
Conferences and trade shows.
Because it's coming up.
Season.
Conference
sort
season's
of
coming
thing
up.
going on.
Get over you. Come on in on the elevator.
I knew you would like
oh
that.
my god.
I
That
had to
is
bring it up.
So funny. Okay,
Okay.
so conference trade show season.
Yes.
There is a little one. There's also like an SKO season, but we want to talk
Well,
about
we're like
a lot of people
hot
get
in the
going,
middle of it,
right?
too. Yep.
Yes,
Yep,
and
yep,
it's
yep.
going to keep rolling a bit. So let's talk about what we do at trade shows, at conferences, and a little bit of best practice stuff.
Well, it's on my mind because transparently, I just got back from
Oh,
one.
yeah, right.
Right. And I think one thing. Now, this is like I'm gonna sound like a pompous ass because I'll be like, "Oh, you tell you what you should do that I do."
No, that's what we do. That's why people listen.
But
to hear you be a pompous ass. I love the advanced selling whoopsie daisy. There's a Freudian slip we recorded earlier from my other podcast. I love Sales
Okay.
Unscripted because I love listening to that pompous
ass
asshole woman.
Margaret. Okay, but I have to say it's new to me because like I came from a marketing perspective,
Yeah, right.
And I was speaking on a panel, and so it was just it's just different. I develop like content,
Okay,
trying to
good.
be like a thought leader in the space, learn a lot, and so
Yeah.
I came at it from a perspective where I'm like, man, I'm gonna sit in on these sessions, I'm gonna pick some people's brains, I'm gonna be like, tell me about what's going on with you, you know what I mean? Whereas normally when I'm in my sales brain, I'm like, sell,
Oh, that's really
sell,
good. That's really
right?
good.
And I cannot tell you how valuable this conference was.
So
like,
interesting.
I just got so much great inspiration from it.
Huh.
I had really wonderful high level conversations where I feel like they gained a lot from me and I did from them. Like, it was just versus being like the mindset of talking at people. And trust me, I totally understand, especially for marketing, because we're paying for it.
Totally.
It is expensive. And
It
you're
is.
like, we want to make sure it's worth it.
Yeah.
We want to make sure we are generating leads and opportunities and closes and sales from it. So
Yes.
trust me, I know the pressure that comes along with it, but I wonder if maybe we could even do better and have a better experience for ourselves and the people that are there if we come at it from a different perspective where we're all there to be educated and to educate too.
Yeah, right.
I don't
what
know.
A
What
great,
do you think?
Great mind shift.
I
Great
needed it
mind
though.
shift.
Like
not pompous, not asshole.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
beautiful mind shift.
Thank you.
And that's where it all starts, right? We know this, right? It starts in our energy, in our head, heart, and soul. And I think you're exactly right. Everyone, and sometimes I think marketing people are overly concerned about their metrics around a trade show.
They are.
They're like, how many
I
leads we get? And it's all about me, get.
Yeah.
And I think having that the energy when I go to a place to learn, to connect, and to be a connector.
100%.
You walk around a trade show and you're like, who are you trying to meet? Or, anyone interesting? We do this or that. Or I go meet you, right? And it's like, you're someone I'd talk to in an elevator kind of person. See what I did there?
I like it. It's a callback.
It is a callback. And then I go meet another person. I'm like, you look like you'd be good to talk to in an elevator too. Have you met my friend Margaret yet? She's over in this booth. I'm going to pull you two need to know each other, right? You be a connector on the show floor, in the show. I mean,
Let's go.
what great. And then like, how'd you two meet? This guy. Now you're like the hub.
You know what? I'm so glad that you said that because I have to call out my two colleagues and friends who went with me, Clinton
Yes.
and Devin.
Yes.
And they were wonderful. They always have great intention. They did the same thing. They were talking to someone. They said, have you met our friends over at so-and-so?
Awesome.
They went
Awesome.
over there and then they were like, Margaret, your team is amazing. They sent someone
See?
over to us.
See?
We all went out to dinner together that
See?
night. Didn't talk business. We
See?
were just there like, shooting the breeze. Like it went so well and it was so much more enjoyable for everyone too
Yes,
because we
yes.
weren't just like in that mode.
Right.
I don't know.
That's so great.
Yeah, it was really, really great.
So what is wrong with everybody? Why? Because you go the opposite, and then you have the double. So you have this spectrum of people at the show.
Yeah,
So
totally.
let's go the Eeyore spectrum. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
the
my
Eeyore,
God,
the people
yes.
that sit there. And they have a booth, and they're staring down. They're sitting behind their booth. They're salespeople, I assume. Marketing or sales. We're not sending the accounting team, I don't think, to the trade show, right?
Like it.
It sure does, doesn't it?
Yes.
And I'm heads down on my phone or my computer, and people are walking by, and I'm heads down. I'm like, what are you doing?
Your body language. Let's
Oh
talk
my
body
God.
language for a second,
Okay.
guys, because this is really important at a show. You don't have to be out there. You don't have to
You have really good
tackle
posture,
people. Oh, thank you.
I think
Today?
you do. Like just in
Oh,
general.
right now. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I slump a little bit.
Yeah.
Slouch a little bit.
Well, it just needs to be open. And
Open, right?
I don't. You. I'm gonna get
I
angry
know,
for a
it's
second.
true.
Because people will go. They'll sit there and be answering emails on
My
their
God.
computer. Close your motherfucking computer
Totally.
and be present. Make eye contact. Smile. Be
Right.
open.
Right.
If you are down like this, no eye contact, not looking on your computer, you think someone's gonna come talk to you?
No.
Those are the same people who come back and say, "Not a great show. Bad traffic."
Right.
I'm like,
oh
"You
my
think?
God, that's right. They
You
do, don't they?
think?
They can, yeah.
Total dud of a show,
Yeah.
man.
I would have been so much more productive selling.
No
I'm like,
buyers.
what the hell are you thinking?
There were no buyers at this conference.
My
I'm
God.
like, I
want to say,
will
you know what we should
chokehold
do?
you.
We should start like an Instagram account.
Yes, of
and
like the
just call
personas.
Totally, or just call it wasted trade show money.
Oh
and just like
my
taking pictures of people that
God
drives me berserk.
Yeah. And like, so you have to have that open energy
Yeah.
and like for people to come to you and be invited to
Yeah.
you too.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
And I'm not saying it's easy by no means. It is difficult, right? Because
Yes.
and it takes a ton of energy because you are there and sort of like on and present
Yeah.
for an extended period of time. But if you bring more authenticity to it, I promise you will feel more energized at the end of the day rather than feeling completely drained.
Always.
Yep.
There's some pre-show. By the way, but can I plug Blind Zebra a bit? We have a boatload of really detailed content on Tradeshow.
Oh, do you?
Selling stuff that I'd be thrilled to give to anyone who asks for. You can either DM
Get
me
in
on
his
LinkedIn.
Yes.
Or even better, send me an email, Bryan at Bryan at blind-zebra.com. Bryan at blind-zebra.com. And I'll send you,
Smart.
just put trade show stuff and just
Yep.
say, hey, can you send me the trade show thing? I would love to
Wait, can you
some
send
stuff.
that to me?
Sure. Of course.
I'll send you an email.
It's very detailed. Yeah, you have to send the email.
Okay.
Right? It's it's common sense stuff, pre-show, show, post-show, but some very unique little things that we teach people to do that are very mechanical, process-oriented that people just don't do.
Wait,
right?
can you give me like one
Of course,
tidbit?
of course. Let's go pre-show tidbit.
Okay.
The first is you.
Ooh,
Bless
I'm
you.
so
We don't
sorry.
edit out sneezes here. We don't have a sneeze guard. The best is the video of the pre-sneeze, of the shaky. Were you trying to fight it off, or is that how you sneeze all the time?
I was.
And you only did one. You only sneeze once?
Yeah, I'm usually a one.
Are you really?
I'm a one and
I'm usually
done.
a two. I sneeze it's very aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, it
sneeze,
feels
but
so good. You
feels so good.
Like a
Isn't it
dad
great?
that's like,
oh my
"Ah!"
God, a little, not that bad.
They, like,
but
yell.
It's pretty out there. It's pretty normal.
Okay.
But
Okay, give me your tidbit.
Tidbit first before pre-show stuff.
Yep.
There's so many things I want to say. I'll give you one that most people miss. I want you to look at all the speakers and the tracks of the speakers that are going to be there. Okay. You find the speaker that is intriguing to you that you want to go see. So I'm going to go see Margaret Henney on the panel.
Yep.
Right? You're talking about, what was your panel about? Do you remember?
It was all about modern communications.
Modern
Yep.
communications person. So I'm excited to see your panel. So I connect with you first. Then I send you a note that says, Margaret, heading to the digital thing.
Okay.
See, you're going to be on the panel. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. I'll be sure to come up afterwards and say hi and introduce myself.
That's great.
Okay?
Okay.
No one does that.
Yeah.
And so what happens as a speaker, I do this, you were on the panel. Did anyone send you a note that said, I'll come up afterwards
Not
before the
one.
show? Not one.
Nope.
So if and we're still in this mode, and there are a lot of people that listen to this, and but there's still plenty of people that don't. So you're the only one.
Yeah.
And if you come up to me and go, I'm the one that sent you the DM, you're like,
I remember
know
you.
See that? Instant. Okay.
I like that.
So let me then, I'm going to parlay that one into another one in the show.
Okay.
Now I go watch you talk.
Yeah.
This is very tactical on purpose.
Yeah.
After you speak, I don't know, I'm sure this happened to you because of who you are. Thousands of people come up and want to talk to you after you talk, after the panel, right?
Yeah, they do
Just
come up and
swarm,
talk to
but
you.
they do want to come up and talk to you.
Yeah.
And there's sort of this sort of half moon
Yes.
thing or a line. One of the two things
Yep.
forms, either half moon or a line. Usually it's a half moon. And people sort of, kind of like everyone comes to the four-way stop at the same time.
Yeah,
Everyone's, you want go? No, you go ahead. Okay.
Totally, yeah.
So you go up, you hover outside of the half moon.
Okay.
Hover. Line, let the line go ahead. Be the last person to talk to the speaker always.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Because they'll remember you more?
They'll do that. What happens after you talk? So you talk, and there's a line. And then at some point, someone comes along and says, hey, you guys got to leave because we got the next speaker coming in.
Okay, yeah.
So what happens then if you're the last person to talk to the speaker? You walk out with the speaker.
Oh,
And
okay.
you get all of this direct one-on-one time. Because as a speaker, you feel bad, don't you?
Yeah,
Because you want to talk to everybody,
Yeah.
but you don't have time to do it. But when you're walking out, you can talk to one person. You walk with them the whole way.
Oh, that's
talk to them for
good.
10 minutes.
I like
See
it.
that?
Cool.
It's really, really good to do.
Nice.
Really good to do. And then you want to think about going to the speakers that are going to be good connectors for you, people to learn from, people to connect with. Maybe you could have them on your podcast. Maybe you could do something for them. See what I mean?
That's great. I love it. I
Telling
love
you,
it.
Nobody does that.
Well,
right? That's
and
on
also
purpose.
I have to say too, because a lot of times, and it depends what kind of show you're going to, but there can be this like weird competitive vibe between people who are vendors or
totally.
partners there, right? Flip flop that and see those as other great connectors that you can introduce other people to. Or, it's not, because otherwise you're kind of in that really, like, what's that mindset? It's a not expansive or growth mindset.
It
It's
would be
a
limiting.
limited
There's a
mindset.
word you're looking for.
Yep. I'll think of it. Doesn't matter.
Okay, go ahead. Don't be in that one. Scarcity mindset.
Scarcity.
I knew what
Bam,
you
baby.
meant.
Let's
See,
go.
Let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. Come on in.
Yeah.
That's my new favorite
See?
thing.
Growth
I'm getting a
mindset.
T-shirt
Let's
made
go.
that says "Come
Come
on in."
on
And people are like, what is
in.
that? My podcast partner. That's what she says to people when elevator doors open up. We all in 17
fell
now.
off my
No,
blocks.
we're on 11. We just hit 17 for the hell of it. See where you were
Stop
going.
it. Okay, get an elevator
So
next
fun.
time and pretend like you don't want to say "come on in" to people. Feels good.
I
Feels good.
promise you,
Okay.
I will not talk to anyone on the elevator. I
Okay,
promise.
okay.
Anyway.
Okay, so other partners, other vendors, other
that's such a good
presenters,
shift.
like
yeah, because
just-
you're right. The competitive spirit is you're like, oh, I'm like, why you do that?
it does not
Scarcity
have
mindset.
to be that way.
the
Those
opposite.
can be people that you partner with on,
Totally.
your own like content for other connections. Like there's lots of other opportunities out there. And again, we're at this place to have that sort of like educational, right? We're trying to learn. You can learn stuff from them, right?
Absolutely.
They know about the industry too, whatever that industry is. Might as well pick their brains. And then that's more for your expert persona, more value that you can add to your customers and prospects. Let's go.
This is a really good episode.
I feel good.
And people need to listen to this because this is an underdeveloped asset that people just don't know what to do with.
Yep.
Can I give one more?
Yes, please.
Now, I'm not a big shticky sales guy. Like I don't like shticky sales techniquesy move. Like, hey, hey, Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Go
We talked about
Dogs.
this last time,
That's from
yeah.
last time anyway. So you got to put this in your own voice, make this very authentic. Okay, it's kind of a two-headed idea here. So the first thing is, let's say we meet, we connect, and we have a good conversation, right?
Yep.
And then I'm like, okay, so, hey, so I got to roll. I want to get reconnected with you. Now, one thing, and this is where you got to balance this. This is a little bit like dating.
Okay.
If you're comfortable enough, and you got to contextualize this to say, hey, just in this, now you're going to get back and meet 1,000 people in the next 2 minutes. I don't want to forget this. So I would love to talk after this. Would you be comfortable booking something now while we're standing here?
Oh,
no
like
pressure
it.
if you don't.
Yep.
And just grab your phone and start to look at it just to see. A lot of people will be like, no, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Got to gauge the conversation, make sure it's balanced, and they want to meet with you too. No, I'd really love to talk to you. I'm like, let's do it then. That way we just get it done. So I'm looking at next. Give us a couple days to breathe, and then you book a date right there. You send it, clear future date set. If it's not all there, you're like, well, I'd love to. This is funny, me trying to put my glasses back on through my headphones. I made a video for a prospect. So I'm recording the video, and I always have my glasses on, so I always do this. It's like a tick.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have my glasses on, and I started the video, and I'm like, "Hey guys, what's up? It's Bryan." So I wanted, and I'm like, "I don't have my glasses on."
Oh,
Whoopsie
no.
daisy. Yeah, but I went ahead and kept it because it's me.
That's funny.
Because I'm authentic in video, like
I
Margaret tells
like
me to
it.
be.
It's like being a baseball coach or like calling a play or something. You know what I mean?
Is that what they do?
They do. I don't know, like pull your ear and weird shit like that. Go like this, this.
Yeah,
This,
give
this.
signals. Signals.
Whatever.
Signals calling a play.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you're actually really good at third base coach.
Thank you.
Margaret's the third base coach, Little League. That's funny. If it's not like it's not there where you want to set the meeting.
Yep.
Then you just ask this question, say, hey, I'd love to get together. Like, I'm going to roll on here. But when I contact you back, I just want to make sure, how are we going to remember this? Because you're going to be 1,000 people and have some drinks and sleep between. How are we going to remember this convo?
Yeah.
And just by asking that, they'll remember. Or they'll say something like, well, you just tell me you're the BZ shirt guy or something like, or you're the one in the red dress or whatever. I'm like, okay, got it. Cool. Make that little note. Call you back like, hey, it's a BZ guy. I remember you. Versus, hi, this is Bryan from Blind Zebra. Remember we talked at the show? The person's like, I have no fucking idea who this is.
I got another one.
No idea. Oh, you do? Please.
I got another one.
Okay, I do too. Go.
Okay. I've got two. But we'll go back and forth.
Power episode.
This is like no-brainer. Should do it all the time. Don't ask questions. Send them a video. Send them a video afterwards. Because think about it, right? You're at the conference.
Really, I wouldn't have thought of that.
You're talking to a million different people.
Totally.
And like, even if you kind of remember them, they dress different, like whatever, you've seen so many people. They have also seen so many people. Send them a video that's like, Bryan, remember we chatted? I was wearing my Butler Bulldog shirt. Like, hey, It was so nice talking to you. Immediately, they are taken straight back to that.
Love it.
Okay.
Can I do one?
Yes.
This is great. That's a great one. I never, I didn't see that one
it's
coming.
gold,
It's really good.
baby. It's gold.
Okay. My next one I actually stole from someone on LinkedIn. I always give credit. I cannot remember who I heard this from, but it was a great idea. And sometimes you get sales advice on LinkedIn. You're like, okay, it's a little old school stuff. I'm like, this is really clever.
Yeah.
So we're talking a trade show. Yep. Good conversation. Like, are you a LinkedIn person?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a huge LinkedIn junkie. Would you be okay if we did a selfie and I'll put it up and tag it so we can promote like our hashtag it? Cool.
Totally.
Let's do it. Selfie, click, right?
Yep.
Now I've got selfie picture, so I remember who you are. I tag you. I've got the reference point.
Yes.
Ta-da, selfie with everybody.
And I'm telling you,
selfie with everybody.
At every conference and every trade show, there is like a hashtag.
Always,
right? That they're always tagging on it, right? Be like, hey, let's throw in like the hashtag and like I can connect with you on or whatever. Okay, this is one is like a little bit more kind of clerical, but it really helps me when I'm at a trade show or conference, and it's normally like you are going from conversation to conversation.
Yep.
I can't write as fast as I can talk.
Really?
Oh my! Shut up! Why do I fall for this every time?
Every time.
Oh my
this is me fishing.
God,
you are so
I'm
gullible.
like so genuine.
I love it.
Like,
You just
can you believe it?
I know it's crazy, isn't it?
Shut up! I just spit on the microphone.
Sorry,
Mike.
We get them cleaned every 4 years or so. No big deal.
Throw a little
every time there's a
Clorox
Winter
on
Olympics,
there.
we clean the mics. Go ahead.
Okay, so for me, and I don't like. Again, we talked about energy and body language. I don't like to have my head down.
Yes.
I bring up my voice recorder on my phone, and I'm like, "Hey, Margaret, note to self: you met Bryan. He's wearing his BZ shirt. We talked about the Colts and being a ref and all this sort of thing. Be sure to send him a video afterwards and bring up those couple things." Done. On to the next person.
Done. Bravo.
That's what I did. Like, I came back from this trade show. I had all these notes for myself, and I just like listened to them and was like, "Okay, hammer this one out."
That's it.
It was great.
Beautiful.
This was a great episode.
I mean, we should sell this one.
I know.
Shouldn't be free.
We're gonna gate this.
Totally.
Give us all your.
My God.
Give us all your info.
Well, that's the thing. If you could charge $1,000 for this, if they just did half the shit we just talked about, they would close 4 deals at the next trade show, and they're going to close 0 without us.
Moneymaker.
I'm telling you.
Moneymakers.
That's it, trade show. So this is this will be a good evergreen one because trade shows aren't going away anytime soon. We've got 1,000 other ideas around trade shows that we didn't talk about. So send me that email if you want to, and we'll do it. So Margaret gets it.
Oh, I will. I will because I want it.
Ever see Margaret in an elevator? Welcome her in kindly.
Come on in.
Come on in. You going to 17? All right. Bye.